Hello student. Today I am going to start new chapter 12 unit 8 atoms. Today topics is alpha particle scattering experiment. Ernst Rutherford along with Hans Geiger and Ernst Marsden performed a series of experiments on the scattering of alpha particles due to atoms of thin gold foils. An alpha particle is a helium atom from which two electrons have been removed. Thus, its charge is plus 2e. Charge of alpha particle is plus 2e and mass is nearly 4 times the mass of a proton. Alpha particle is denoted by Ac2 plus. So alpha particle denoted by this. This is the representation of alpha particles. Now experimentally set up. You see the diagram of experimental setup. The basic experimental setup used by Rutherford and his associates is shown in figure. It consisted of a narrow beam of alpha particles obtained from a radioactive substance kept in lead cavity, which is incident on a circular screen coated with zinc sulfide. After passing through a thin gold foil of thickness 10 to the power minus 8 meter. Thickness of the gold sheet is 10 to the power minus 8 meter. Alpha particles scattered in different directions were observed with the help of movable detector. When alpha particles scattered by thin gold foil fall on the screen, a scintillation short light flashes are produced. These scintillations are observed through a movable detector. This experiment was conducted inside an evacuated chamber to avoid the scattering of alpha particle due to the atom of the air. You see the diagram? So this is the lead cavity. Here radioactive substance is kept in the lead cavity. When radioactive substance emits, the emission is alpha particle. That alpha particle passes through the lead slit. This is called lead slit and incident on the thin gold sheet or thin gold foil, whose thickness is 10 to the power minus 8 meter. After incident on the gold sheet, the alpha particles are scattered different direction and strike on the screen, circular screen. And when the alpha particles strike on the circular screen, there is a short light flashes, which is called scintillations. And that one, the different directions, the alpha particle is scattered in different direction, and that one is detected by using a movable detector. So this detector can be moved along the scale. So this movable detector. Now I will discuss observations are observed by Rutherford and his associates. Rutherford and his associates made the following observation from the scattering experiment. Now observations. Number 1, most of the alpha particle passed through most of the alpha particle pass through the gold foil undeflected. Means the alpha particle incident on the gold foil and directly without deflection it passes. It follows straight line path. Number 2, some of the alpha particle of the incident alpha particles were deflected through small angles greater than 1 degree. Some of the alpha particles of the incident alpha particles were deflected through small angles. Number 3, a few alpha particles were deflected through large angles, that is greater than 90 degree. Some of them even retrace their path, that is 180 degree angle of deflection. It means the alpha particle whose path following before incident on the nucleus, the alpha particles again retrace in one path. That is called, you see, if I see the diagram then it will be clear. So this is atom, this is nucleus. So alpha particles coming directly towards the center of the nucleus and it comes to rest and flew away. So this angle of scattering is 180 degree. Means alpha particle whose path following, again it follow the same path. Number 4, the number of alpha particles per unit area n of theta that reach the screen at a scattering angle theta were found to inversely proportional to sin to the power 4 theta by 2. The graph between the number of alpha particles scattering at an angle theta and angle of scattering is shown in figure. You see the diagram. The alpha particles so you can say angle of 180 degree, number of atoms, number of particles is 90 degree, this 180 degree. Here it means most of the alpha particles without deflection it passes through the gold sheet and a very few of them retraces on path. Now conclusions. These observations led to the following conclusions. Number 1, most of the alpha particle pass through the Gauss foil undeflected, so it indicates that most of the space in an atom is empty. Most of the alpha particle pass through the Gauss foil undeflected, so it indicates that most of the space in an atom is empty. Number 2, the alpha particles could be deflected through an angle 180 degree. The whole of the positive charge and an entire mass of the atom is concentrated in a small central core called nucleus. So the alpha particle could be deflected through a small 180 degree, the alpha particles deflected through an angle 180 degree. It means that whole of the positive charge and entire mass of the atom is concentrated in a small region. That small region is called nucleus. If you see, this is atom, this is nucleus. So alpha particles directly follows the straight line path toward the central line, that is toward the center. So it is not incident on the nucleus, it is just moving away from the nucleus, that is angle of scattering 180 degree. It means that since mass and charge of alpha particle is heavier, but still it is deflected, it means that this nucleus is more heavier than alpha particles. So that is why alpha particles deflected. This small region is called nucleus. Number 3, just now what I said just now, the alpha particle which travels towards nucleus directly get retarded and due to Coulomb's force of repulsion, and ultimately comes to rest and then fly off in the opposite direction due to repulsive force between alpha particles and the nucleus. So here the alpha particles directly follows the path toward the central line or directly towards the nucleus, but slowly it comes to rest, that is rest due to Coulomb's repulsive force, and ultimately comes to rest. It is ultimately comes to rest and then fly off in the opposite direction, that is because of repulsive force between alpha particles and the nucleus. Number 4, since the atom is electrically neutral, the total positive charge on the nucleus is equal to the total negative charge of the electron in the atom. Here, since the atom is electrically neutral, the total positive charge on the nucleus is equal to the total negative charge of the electrons in the atom. That is why atom is electrically neutral. Thank you.